Python IDE. Python IDE are graphical user interface where Python codes are written. These IDEs help programmers to develop their codes effectively and to organize their work better. We have so many IDEs in Python, but the most popular ones among them are VS Code, which is Visual Studio Code. We have the Jupyter Notebook. We have the Jupyter Lab. So how do we download? Okay, for the purpose of this training, we are going to be making use of Jupyter Notebook. Jupyter Notebook is a widely used IDE, which is normally used by data scientists. It is very easy and very simple to use. Jupyter itself is coined from three programming words. We have Julia, Python, and R, meaning all these Julia programmers, Python, and R codes can be written in Jupyter. So how do we download and install this Jupyter we are talking about? To download Jupyter, we go to this website. So I'm going to copy this website to the chat box now. So you just follow through the process to download and install Jupyter and Anaconda. So I've sent the link. So go to the website. Once you click on the website, just like I've did, okay. So once you click on the website, it's going to take you to this particular page. So to download Anaconda, you input your email address where you want the link to download the where you want the link to send. So you input your email, you agree to the terms and conditions, then you submit. Once you click on submit, a link will be sent to your email, the email you've provided. So you'll follow these guides and the steps to further download the software. Or better still, you can skip the registration. Once you skip the registration, it's going to bring you to this particular page. So where you can select any of these depending on your operating system. You can select Windows, Mac, or Linux, depending on the operating system you are using. So after downloading the software, the next thing for you to do is to do what? Is to install. So to install this, you just have to follow the process. Once the file has downloaded to your system, you go through the link, you click on it, then you follow all the process, you leave all default options, you click on it till you finally install. So to launch your Jupyter Notebook, what you have to do is just to search for Jupyter in your search bar. Once you search for it, it's going to automatically launch Jupyter Notebook for you. So once you are done, this is going to be the interface of your new Jupyter Notebook. Okay, it's running. So this is going to be the how your new notebook is going to look like. So in our notebook, we have three basic categories here. We have the menu bar, we have the toolbars, and we have the cell. These are the menu bar in Jupyter Notebook. We have the file, we have the edit, we have the view, insert, cell, kernel, widgets, and help. For the toolbars, we have the save and checkpoints, we have the add or insert cell below, we have the cut selected cells, we have the copy selected cells, we have the paste selected cells, we have move selected cells up, we have move selected cells down. So we have the run, so we have the interrupt kernel. So as we dive further into for this training, we are going to learn how to use each and every of these two. Here is our cell. This is where we input all our codes. Everything we want to write is going to be written in this cell. So this is how the interface of our Jupyter looks like. So moving quickly, let's move to Python basics. So let's talk about variables. So what are variables? Variables contains, they are containers for storing data values. And you can say, for just for short, variables are containers. They are something that are where we store our data, where we store our values, where we store information, where we store all of that is a variable. So it works like a container where we store and save our data values. So for example, we have here x is equals to 5 and we have y is equals to 2. X in this case is a variable because we've assigned the value x. 5 here is our data value. That is the value we have. So we've assigned it to x, which is our variable name. Then y is equals to 2. Y here is our variable name, and 2 here is the data value. So for example, we talked about this tool earlier, so I want to insert a cell below. So I'll click on this toolbar. So if I want to print the value of x, like what's the value of x? What is that thing that is stored inside x? So what I just need to do is just to write print into brackets x. I said our variable name is x, so I just click print and it's going to print. Okay, sorry. Okay, so I run this to run our cells. We use shift and enter to run our cells. So once I click my shift enter, it's going to run this particular cell. So if I need to add a cell just beneath it and I want to print out the value of x, what I just need to do is write x and it's going to print out the value for me as 5. Okay, so that's what I have here. Another example we have here is x is equals to data. We have y is equals to science. So I want to print out the value of x and y. So what I just did was to print into brackets x, comma y. So it's going to print the value of x and it's going to print the value of y, which is data and science. How do we name our variable? You see here that I said my variable name here is x, my variable name here is y. So what are the rules guiding naming our variables? There are some basic rules that guide naming our variables, some of which are to declare or name a variable. It has to be a short name or a more descriptive name. Yes, because before you can name a variable, the name must be a descriptive name. That's one. Then two, a variable name that you want to call it should start, it's not a must actually, it can start with an underscore. Then under no circumstance should your variable name start with a number. Yes, for example here, if I say I want to name my variable to age, this is going to return error for me. Syntax error, invalid decimal literal, meaning I cannot declare a variable name starting with a number. So you have to start with alphabets. You have to, so variable name cannot start with a number. A variable name can only contain alphanumeric characters and underscore. So you can start your variable name with an underscore, just like I have here. You can start your variable name with just letters. You can start your And please note that variable names are case sensitive. They are very, very case sensitive. If I have age here is data, and I print this, is going to, if I should print age, is going to return an error, name error. What's the difference between age and age? To us, they are the same thing, but to Python, they are two different things. That's because in Python, variable is case sensitive. Another rule about naming a variable is that a variable name cannot be any of the Python keywords. When you want to give your variable name, you must not under any circumstance use a Python keyword to name your variable. Some of the Python keywords we have name, we have imports, we have class. So how do we know these Python keywords? These Python keywords are also known as reserved keywords. So how do we know these Python keywords that we cannot use? So I'm going to show us how we can know the Python keywords. So what we are going to do is we are going to write import keywords. So print. Okay, so import keyword and print keyword dot keyword list. So this is going to list all the reserved words in Python that we cannot name our variables with. So we have false, non, true. So all of these inputs in is lambda, non, local, not, def, del. You cannot name your variable all of this. So moving forward, um, we have multiple variables. In multiple variables, for example, we have x, comma, y, comma, z is equals to orange, apple, banana. In this case, x here is equals to orange, y here is equals to apple, z here is equals to banana. So if I should run this code by clicking shift and enter, and I create a cell just immediately beneath it, and I write x, is going to print out orange for me because x comma y comma, so x is equals to orange, y is equals to apple, z is equals to banana. What if I print z? Z is going to be what? Banana, because that is the value that has been assigned to this particular variable. Also, we can have x is equals to y is equals to z is equals to watermelon. In this case, the value of x is the same as the value of y, is the same as the value of z, which are all the same as the value, which all has the value watermelon. So x is watermelon, y is watermelon, z is watermelon. So if I should run this code by clicking shift and enter, I create another cell just beneath, then I write y. Y here is going to print watermelon for me because x is equals to y is equals to z is saying this as the same thing. So the same thing is applicable to this example. At this point, I don't know if we have any question before I move forward to the next thing. We have the data types. Are there any question, please? Oh, sorry, you said my screen is off. Can we still see my screen now?
Ma, I can't see your screen.
Yes, we can.
Oh, all right, thank you. So I assume there's no question for now. So let's just move to the next thing. So we have data types. So there are a number of data types in Python. Data type in Python, there are important concepts which needs to be treated, and the following are some of the Python data types that we have. We have the numeric types, under which we have the integers, we have the floats, we have the complex. Under the text type, we have strings. Under Boolean type, we have bold. Under sequence types, we have lists, tuple, range. Under the mapping type, we have dictionary, we have set types, under which we have sets, frozen sets, so on and so forth. So moving forward, under the numeric types, I said we have the integers, we have the floats, we have the complex. So what do we mean by each of these? I'm going to explain what we mean by each of them. So integers, basically, they are whole number, either positive or negative, without decimals, and they are of unlimited length. Yes, integers are basically numbers. They are whole numbers. They can either be positive, they can be negative, in as much as they don't have decimals. For example, here we have x is equals to 2. we have y is equals to 3, 5, this. We have z is equals to this. So I can have x is equals to 67. In as much as it's an whole number, it does not have decimal, it is called an integer. So if I should print this, so it has printed, then to know the type, so I need to know that how am I sure that this is actually an integer. So all I just need to do is just to write type, what data type, that's what I mean by type. Then I have X inside. So it's going to print to me the data type of 67, which is an integer. Then we have floats. Floats are numbers too, either positive or negative, but they must contain one or more decimals. So if you have numbers, you have either positive or negative, and they have decimal, then they are regarded as floats. Just as we have here, we have x is equals to 5 points. This I can say z is equals to 7.8. So for me to know that this actually is a float, what I just need to do is to type, to have my type, then I input the variable name z, then I print that by clicking my shift enter, then I have float. That is how to know the data type that you have. So as you move with this training, as you dive further into the field of data science, at some point you need to convert from one data type to another. Where you are cleaning your data, where you're analyzing your data, you need to convert from one data type to another. So how do we convert integers to floats? How do we convert floats back to integer? So this is how to convert it. We just okay, so let's say x is equals to 56. We all know this is an integer because it's a whole number. Then I want to convert this particular integer into a float. What I just have to do is just to have I want to convert it to float, so I just have float into bracket x. So this is going to run, but I can, let's see, can you see we have 56.0? That is telling us that 56.0 and 56 are two different things. They have two different data types in Python. Python is saying 56 as integer and 56.0 is saying as float, even though to us they might mean the same thing. But the fact that it has points, 0 points, whatever it is, already a float. So that is how to convert from integer to float. Same thing is applicable to converting from float to integer. Say I have 8.9 and I need to convert this to an integer. What I just need to have is int y. So this is going to convert it to an integer. So the next data type we have is, before I move to the next data type, I hope we understand up to this point. All right. All right. Thank you very much. So the next data type we have is the string. We have the string data types. So what are strings? Strings are objects enclosed in a string. So once you see any object, okay. So once you see any object in a quotation mark, sorry, can you mute yourself, please? I can hear my voice back. All right, thank you. So once you see an object enclosed in a quotation, either a single quotation mark, a double quotation, or a triple quotation, it is known as a string. It is known as a string. For example, I have here print hello. Hello here is inside a quotation, and that is why it is a string. Let's say, for example, I have x is equals to age. Age here is a string, just like I said earlier, to print, to know the type of data type, what you have to do is just to use type. So it's going to return string. So that is string data type. So even if you have numbers, you can have number inside the string, and automatically, because the number is inside the string, Python recognizes it as what? As a string. I can ordinarily, if I have 56, 56 in Python is going to be integer. But once I have this inside a string, then it is seen as a string. So how do we assign string to a variable? So just like I said, this is just how to assign string to a variable. You just call the variable name that you want to assign to a particular variable, and you name that your variable by introducing the quotation mark. So once you have the quotation mark, you've assigned the value to a particular variable name of your choice, depending on what you're working on actually. So then we have, so a string is assigned to a variable by indicating the variable name, followed by an equal to sign and the string, just like we've done here. Then another example we have here is B is equals to, the man is a data scientist slash he's also a special analyst. What we're trying to say here is that we have we can have, okay, X is equals to, I can have a single quote, hello, is the same thing as Y is equals to hello. You know, I have a single quote here and I have a double. So these two are literally the same. They can be used interchangeably. But here we have what's called multi-line string can be added to a variable by using three quotes. So when we are using three quotes, when you have to write code with multiple lines, with literally more than one line, you make use of three quotes. So with three quotes, you can write on and on. You can even write a page in as much as is inside a triple quotes. Okay, so you can keep writing. I can keep writing is also a this. You can see it's still recognizing it as what? As a string. But if I should use what's it called? A double, just a double string. See, this is already saying this line and this line as another variable entirely. So that's the difference between the double quotes and the triple quotes. For triple quotes, you can keep writing for multiple lines and it's still going to recognize it as a string. But for double quotes, if in any way you want to use the double quotes and you need to use the double quotes and you want to still see it as a string, all you have to do is just to use your forward slash. Can you see, once I click my forward slash, then it automatically sees this as just a string. So how do we know string length? How do we know the length of a string? To know the length of a string, you need to use the function len. I have my a is equals to age. So to know the length of variable a, all I have to do is write len into brackets a, then it's going to calculate for me the length of variable a, which is 1, 2, 3. Another thing under the string method, under string is the string method. We have a number of methods we use in string. So what are methods? Methods are basically attributes associated to a specific data type. So when we are saying string method, they are the attributes associated to the string data type, basically. So we have a number of methods we use. We have capitalize, which is used to convert the first character to uppercase. We have lower, which is used to convert strings into lowercase. We have center, which returns a centered string. We have count, we have encode, we have end with, we have find, formats. We have a lot of them actually, and we are going to touch them. We're going to touch some of them. So let's give ourselves some basic examples. Okay, so let's deal with some of the strings methods. Let's say, for example, we have, uh, okay, let's just use this example. Let's say A is equals to hello world, hello world. So this is the example we want to use. So the first one says the first method we want to use here is the uppercase. So to convert from the upper method returns the string in uppercase. So to actually print this in uppercase, all you have to do is A is a variable name, right? A dot upper. So once you print this, it's going to return it. Can you see it has returned this in uppercase? Another thing we can do is we can use dot lower to return them in lowercase. We can have A dot lower. So once I run this, it has returned this in lowercase. Another method here we have is remove white space. White spaces here are these are space before and after the actual text. So what we mean by that is, let's say for example we have A here, I have space, then I have hello world, then I have space. When you want to analyze, this is going to definitely give you an issue. So you need to clean this data and remove these spaces. You have to remove this space. So how do we remove this space? What we just have to do is we say A dot strip. Can you see it has removed the spaces before and after text? So another method we have here is replace string. So the replace method replaces a string with another string. Say for example, here I wrote, instead of hello, I wrote jello word, and I need to replace my J with H. Then what I have to do is A, which is my variable name, dot replace. So what am I replacing? I'm replacing J with what? I'm replacing it with H. Can you see? So it has okay, some people might be saying, how did I know that is J? So let me just say A here, okay, A is equals to Jello world. So if I should print A, it's going to return Jello word. And I noticed that, oh no, this is not what I'm supposed to write. I'm supposed to write hello word. So all I just need is A dot replace J with H. So once I print this, it's going to replace it with the correct one. Then we can also split. Another method we have in string is splitting. So we have dot split method, which returns a list where the text between the specified separator becomes the first list. Say for example, I have A is equals to I have A is equals, so I want to split hello from word. So all I have to do is just A dot split, oh sorry, A dot split. Then what is that thing that is joining them together that I want to split them with? This is that comma that is separating them. So I have A dot split, then I have into my quotation, comma. So this is what I want to split them with. So I have So I have hello here and I have world here separately. Can we see? So other method we have is we have string concatenation, which basically means joining of string. So there are two methods by which we can join string. We can use the um, addition operator, then we can use the joining. Okay, so let's say A is equals to, okay, A is equals to hello. B, okay, that's what is even here. Okay, let's use another example. A is equals to age. B is equals to uh, okay, so I want to join these two together. So my variable name here is C is equals to A plus B. So if I should print C, it's going to print this 2. Can you see my age? But what if I want to like have a space between this my and age? All I just have to do is plus, then I have my quotation space, then my plus sign, then I print my shift and enter, then I have my age. In string, we can also repeat a string. What if I want to repeat a string multiple times, 3 times, 4 times? All I have to do is just use my multiplication, just like I have here. Multiplication. Let's say I want to print it 4 times. Can you see? It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have your join and all of that. So let's move to formatting of string. So how do we format string in Python? We have so many ways of formatting string actually, but for the purpose of this training, we are going to make use of f string. So f string is used when we want a particular part of our string to be dynamic. So we can combine strings and numbers inside a string using f string. So basically, to use for f string, we use f, we denote it by f. So let's give ourselves some examples so that we can understand what we are trying to say here. Okay, so these are basically some examples, but let's give ourselves better examples. So we have uh, let's say price. Let's say price is equals to 500. Then I want to say my bread is 500 naira. So I just say print f. So this f is to denote f string. So I just write f, my quotation. So I have my bread is, I want to say it is 500 naira, but I don't want to write it literally. So I'm going to use what we call a placeholder. So placeholder are introduced by a curly bracket, and a placeholder contain variables. They can contain variables, they can contain operators, they can contain functions and modifier. So I want to introduce a placeholder here. So a placeholder is represented by curly brackets. So I have my curly brackets. So I'm going to impute here price. So, okay, Naira. Can you see what I've done? So if I should print this, it's going to print my bread is, this placeholder is telling that what is the value of price is 500. So print the value of price, which is 500. So my bread is 500 naira. What if we have What if we have a float, let's say 550.20, for example, and I need to, okay, so I can have, I want to, okay, let me add more this thing. And I want it to print in two decimal places. All I have to do is use, what is it called? My colon, then dot. What that dot is going to do is dot 2f. Dot 2, that's f means fixed point, which is decimal point. So dot print it in two decimal points. So this is going to print it in, my bread is this in two decimal points, naira. Can we see? So that is how f string works. So if you need to use, you can use the placeholder, you can use the modifier. So apart from having variable names inside your placeholder, you can also have operators, you can have functions, you can have other things. For example, I can have, let's say my price is 55. Then let's say x is equals to 20 and y is equals to 15. And I want it to print the multiplication of x and y. I can just say my bread is x multiplied by y. Instead of writing my bread is 20 times this, so you can just print this out and it's going to do the calculation for you. So that's basically how f string, placeholder, and modifier works. So the next data type that we have is tuple. So tuple are used to store multiple items in a single variable. A tuple is a collection which is ordered and immutable. They are written with round brackets. So basically, when we are talking about tuple, they are, number one, they are ordered, they are immutable, they are used to store items in a single variable. So if I want to have, for my tuple, I can have age is equals to, so to declare a tuple, I just need my parentheses. So anywhere you see parentheses, you already know that that is what is a tuple. So so I can declare a string. I can have string, I can have integer, I can have float inside my tuple. So I have, let's say I want to have string. I have, okay, let's use fruits. I have fruits is equals to, I already declared my tuple. I have apple, I have banana, I have orange. So this variable is a tuple. So if I should print type fruits, it's going to give me tuple. It's going to give me tuple. So we have two basic methods that we use in tuple, which are index and count. So how do we use these two in tuple? So if we have the values inside our tuple, if they are integers, I say I have 1, 3, 5, 7, I have 1 again, I have 4, I have 5. Then, so I want to dot index used to, let's say x dot index. So I want to know what index is 3. This we have 1, 3, 5, 6, 1, 4, 5. So I want to know what index does this value 3 falls. So all I have to do is x dot index 3. So and it's going to tell me the index where it belongs, which is 1. And okay, I think I forgot to mention that in Python, indexing starts from 0. Yes, indexing starts from 0, meaning the first element, the first item you have is 0. By index, it is 0. Then we have 1, we have 2, we have 3, we have 4, 5, 6, and so on. So indexing in Python starts from 0. So here automatically our 3 is going to carry an index of 1, since our first index is going to be 0 and 1. So that is how to know that. Then if you want to count the number of time a particular element is in a tuple, so all we have to do is x dot count. So count the number of times we have 1. How many times do we have 1? We have 1, we have 1 2 times. Let's see, 1, 2. So we have 1 2 times. So just like I said earlier, tuple can be combinations of strings, integers, floats. You can just have string, you can have integers, you can have floats, and you can even have combination of all of them inside a tuple. And tuple are immutable, they cannot be changed, and they cannot be changed. Yeah, that's it. Then, okay, before I move to Python lists, I don't know if you have question. Okay.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, I would like to ask what's the difference between a tuple and a list?
All right, thank you. Any other question?
Good afternoon, ma. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Thank you so much for your wonderful presentation since morning. I actually joined a bit later, so I don't want to actually take you back. But my question is, can we get this the audio records of this class and also the material to go through it again? Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. You're going to get the recording for this session. I think that answered your question. And the difference between tuple and list. The next topic I'm going to move to is actually lists. So by the time we are done with lists, I think you understand better. But basically, tuple are ordered, they are immutable, and they allow duplicate members, meaning they are ordered, they follow a specific index. They are immutable, meaning they cannot be changed, and they allow duplicates. They allow duplicate elements, and they allow duplicate values. So moving forward, we have Python lists. So lists are used to store multiple items in a single variable. They are used to, when you have so many items and you want to store them in just a single variable, you make use of lists. So how do we use lists? How do we create lists? Lists are created using square brackets. Unlike tuple, that when we want to create, we use our parentheses. We use these parentheses to create tuple. But for lists, we make use of square brackets. So how does this work? I want to create a list, and my variable name is going to be fruit. Fruit is equals to, remember, I want to create a list. I'm going to use a square bracket. Inside my list, I am going to have a string. Let's say, remember, if I want to have a string, I have to use my quotation. So fruits, I have apples, I have oranges, I have what again? I have banana, I have, okay, I have this. So these are lists. This variable type is called a list. So if I should click type to know the data type of fruits, I'm going to have lists. I'm going to have list. So we have list items. List items are ordered, they are mutable, and they allow duplicates. Someone just finished asking about the difference between tuple and lists. Tuple are ordered, they are immutable, and they allow duplicate values. List items are also ordered. Are you getting it? But they are mutable and they allow duplicate values. For tuple, they are immutable, you cannot change them. For list, they are mutable, they can change. And that is why we have so many list methods for lists. We have so many methods. We have list methods in in lists. Then lists are ordered, they are mutable, and they allow duplicate values, just like I've said. So let's see how this works. So let's use the same example I created here. I've created my list. Okay, so we want to see how it is ordered. They say it is ordered here. They said it is what again? It is mutable, and they say it allow duplicates. Let's see. So fruits is equals to apples, orange, banana. It is ordered. How? By ordered, they means it follows a particular sequence. It follows a particular index. There is a way it is arranged. And in indexing, just in Python, just like I mentioned earlier, indexing starts from 0. So for the first element here is going to carry an index of 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2. Then they said, what again? It is mutable. It can be changed. Yes, it can be changed. And that is why we have some list methods, some of which is we have append, we have extend. We are going to mention some of them. But let me just use one as an example. I want to append guava. Okay. I want to append guava. Okay, can you see? Do we know why this is returning an error? Because here I named my variable fruits S. Here I'm saying fruits.append. So it's saying these two as two different variables. And in any way, I did not define fruits as any variable name. And that is why it's telling me that there is an error. So we have fruits.append. Can we see? So if I should print this, is going to add apple, orange, banana, and guava. So that is why they said it is what? It is mutable, it is changeable, it can be changed, you can do some things on it, and it's allowed duplicates. So I can have orange here again. It's going to print it again. Even though the orange already exists, it's going to, okay, this is oranges. Let's see. Let's say some people can say it's because the orange is different from oranges. Can we say it's going to print it again? So that's what we mean by list. So how do we know lists length? To know the length of a particular list, we just use the function length. So let's just copy this example that we've used. I want to know the length of this. Okay, I want to know the length of this. So all I just have to do is len of what? Fruits. So it's going to give me the length of 1, 2, 3. We know the length, the item numbers we have in this variable is 3. So inside the list, just like I said, we can have strings inside the list. You can have integers. You can have integers. You can have boolean. You can have string inside a list. So you can also have this an integer here. This is a float. So you can print this is going to return the value of that for. So you can have integer, you can have float, you can have strings inside the list. So how do we know the type? Just like others, to know the type of the data type for the variable, what we just have to do is we have type. Then I will call our variable name. Then it's going to give us the type. It is a list. List constructor. How do we create a list? That is basically how to create a list. You name your variable. I want to name my variable fruit. Then I use my square brackets and I create whatever it is I want to create. I use my my quotation if it's going to be a string, and I just write it if it's just an integer, and so on. So that's basically how to create a list, just like I've done here. Then list, we said, is mutable. it is changeable. You can change it. That's because of the so many methods that list has. Some of the method of the list method we have is append. Append is one of the methods. So how do we use this? I have fruits. I want to append orange. Fruits dot append. What do I want to append? Orange. Okay, I already have orange. Yeah, I can still have orange. It's going to print fruits. So to print it back, all you just have to do is just write you can write this fruits, or it's going to print, or you have print fruits, or you have print, or you have print fruits. Either ways, but I'm just used to, instead of writing print, I just go with fruits straight. So it's going to print that for me. So another list method we have is the extend list. So to extend, we use dot extend. Someone will, okay, let me just give an example. So how do I use extend? For example, I have here, this is this, and I want to use fruit dot extend. What is the difference between dot append and dot extend? If you need to add an element, just one element to the back or to another variable, use dot append. But when you have so many elements that you want to add, you make use of extend. What do I mean by this? I want to add orange, guava. Okay, I want to add oranges. I want to add guava. I want to add what again? What other fruits do we have? I want to add pineapple. I want to add all of this to this fruit. What I just need to do is extend. Then I have fruits. So it's going to give me the list of them. But if I do this same thing, if I have more than one to my dot append, it's going to give me error. It's going to give me error. Do you know why I'm using this list inside of this sign? It's because I want to have more than one item. That's why I'm using list. So if I have a banana, yes, I have cherry, I have guava. If I should, I already have more than. If I should print this, is printing as what, as a list. That's because I have it in a list. But ordinarily, if I should use dots append like this, it takes what, exactly one argument. So I'm supposed to have just one for dot append. But for extend, you can have as many items as you want inside your dot extend. Then, okay, so that's append and dot extend. Then we have another method is remove specified item. So if, for example, uh, I have this. Okay, I have this and I want to remove banana. What do I need to do is dot fruits dot remove. Then I print out my fruits back. Then it's going to give me dot remove. Okay, dot remove what? What are we removing? We are removing banana. Then you have to be you have to check your spellings, because if I should write this now, it's going to give me another is another error because banana is not, so you have to check your spellings very well. So if I've removed banana, so it's going to print apples and um, oranges. So another list method we have is, what other list methods do we have here? So if you want to remove a specified index, to remove a specified index, you remove using the method pop. Removing by specified index means I don't want to write remove banana. I want it, we said indexing starts from 0, 0, 1, 2. So I want to remove the index 2. Index 2. So it's the same thing as saying I want to remove banana. So I just use dot pop, but here I'm going to be removing by index 0, 1, 2. So it has removed banana for me. So that's the difference between dot remove and dot pop. Dot remove is going to remove by the actual element name, while dot pop is going to remove by the index value. Then another method we have here is okay, they said if you want to remove the last item, if you want to remove the first item, you want to delete the entire list. So this is what they are trying to say. I want to remove this last this banana. Or let me add another one. I want to remove guava, and I don't want to start saying 0, 1, 2. I don't want to start dictating that is this particular. All I have to do is fruit.pop, and it's going to automatically remove this for me. Then, okay, if I want to remove the first item, I said the first index is by 0, it starts from 0, so you just print that it's going to remove apple. So how do we clear a list? Another method we use in list is clear a list. So how do we do that? We use dot clear. So I want to clear this list. All I have to do is fruit.clear. Again, check for your spelling, and all these things, they are case sensitive. So you have to check your spellings and the actual variable, the name you gave your variable. So you see, I've cleared this. So if I should print fruit, it's going to give me an empty list because I've cleared everything that is inside. So we can also sort lists ascending, we can sort descending. So how do we sort our lists? Let's say, for example, okay, let's continue using our fruits. We have fruits. I want to sort this apple, this orange, and this banana, this what again. Let me see. Okay, let's use mango. Let me put mango here. So I want to sort this in ascending order. All I have to do is write my fruits dot sort. Then I have my fruits bracket so that I can print the results out. Can you see it has arranged this in ascending order? Normally I have my banana, apple, orange, A, B, M, O. Can you see apples, banana? So it has arranged it alphabetically. Can we see? Then another this thing, okay, if you have numbers, so it's applicable to numbers. Say I have age, so if I should click age dot sort, so it's going to arrange this for me. I want to print this out. It's going to arrange it for me in ascending order. What if we want to arrange this in descending order? All we have to do is just to use dot sort into brackets reverse is equals to true. So I have I want to arrange this in descending order. So I just have dot sort reverse is equals to true. Then it's going to kind of this A, B, and like that, like that. So it's going to reverse is equals to true. Can we see? So that's for more is equal for descending. Then in some other cases we might need to reverse order. So reverse method reverses the current sorting order of the elements. So now I don't want it to be in ascending or descending order. I already have my value. I already have my fruits to be this. I just want it to reverse. It's not in ascending, not in descending. I just let the banana come first, orange and apple. So I'll just do fruits dot reverse. Just reverse it straight. There's no need for arranging it or telling me ascending or descending order. So I have fruits. Then it's going to arrange. It's going to reverse it. Banana, oranges, apples. Then another method we have is the copy. How do I copy? So to copy, all I have to do is just my dots copy. So I have this. So I'm going to have fruit dot copy. So once I click on this, it's going to copy. Can you see? It has copied this value here. So I can assign it to another variable. So if I continue using that variable, it's going to assume this value for that variable. Another method of another way to make use of copy is to use the list method. For example, I have this and I want to, so I have fruits is equals to, so I have, instead of saying fruit dot copy, I just say list. Then I have the name of my variable, which is fruits. So once okay, because I gave it the same name, let's give it my fruits. So once I click my fruits, then it's going to print the value of fruits for me. And it's going to print the value of fruits for me. Then you can also join. Joining in lists, we make use of one of the easiest ways by making use of the addition or plus operator. So we can say, let's say x is equals to, then y is equals to. So if I can say z is equals to x plus y. And it's going to print z for me. Can you see it has printed 1, 2, 3, 4, then 6, 7, 4. So that is how to join, or I can even use dot extend. We've seen how extend works. I can just have z is equals to x extend y. So this is going to print the value. Okay, let me print it out. X is going to add the value of y 674 to x. So just like I did earlier. Then in summary, we have the list method, we have the dot append, declare, the copy, count, extend, index, set, pop, remove, reverse, and sort, just like we've talked about earlier. So we have list slicing. So how do we slice list? How do we access list items? Accessing list items is basically done by using the index. And just like we said earlier, index starts from 0. So I have my fruits. So I want to access the first index. I have my list, then I have 0. So it's going to print apple. Apple as the first index. So in In Python, we also have the negative index. So apart from 0, 1, 2, negative indexing in Python starts from -1 and it's from the back. So from banana here has the index -1, -2. If we have more than this, say for example, we have like a lot of elements that you don't even know where it ends. How do you know the when you start cleaning data now? How will you know the index that a particular item falls? So instead of cracking your head and disturbing yourself, and you want to deal with the last digits, the last element, you just use -1. So automatically -1 is going to be banana because it's the last element in that particular list. So that is how negative index work. For range indexes, you can know the range at which a particular index for. So I want to print the ranges from apple. I want it to print apple to banana for me. So all I'm going to do is fruits. And okay, this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, or this is -1, -2. So I want to print apples to banana. Automatically, this apple is 0. Then I have my code, my colon. Then I want it to print to banana 0, 1, 2. Ordinarily, we should write 2. But if I should write 2, it's not going to print to banana, it's going to print orange. So we add +1 to it, which is going to be 3. 3, 0, 1, 2. So it's going to print apples, oranges, banana, apples, oranges, banana, and we see that. So that is what we mean by range of indexes. So you can filter a particular range that you need basically. So you can also print range of negative indexes. For example, I have this. Let me just use this instead of. So I want to print from the back. Let's say fruits. It should start from this 0, 1. It should start from 1 to where? To -1 or to -2. This is -2. Can you see? So it start from 1, 0, 1. It started from oranges, and from -2. You said I said we're going to add 1. -1, -2. But adding 1 is going to print banana, just like for the positive index as well. So how do we change item? We can also change a range of item, and we can change item directly. So for example, I have this and I want to change say I want to change oranges to watermelon. So all I have to do is fruits. What's the index of that orange I want to change? 1. Can we see? I want to change it to watermelon. Can you see it has changed orange for me to watermelon? So we can also change range of item. For here I just changed just one. So just like I did range of negative and positive values, I can also change range of item. So to do that, I have 0, 1, 2 fruits. So I have I want to change apple. I want to change orange and banana. 0, 1, 2 1 0, 1. I want to change banana. So I have to start from 0, 1, 2, 3. So we should change it to watermelon and and grape. And you see it has changed oranges here to watermelon, and it has changed banana here to grape. Then it continued with the other elements. So how do we insert elements? So we just use dot insert. Fruit dot insert for oranges, insert 01, insert banana, no, insert insert so it has inserted pineapple in the where there's index of 1. So just like we have slicing in list, we also have slicing for string. So you just work basically that way. So just just the same thing actually. So I have my hello world. So I can filter which it should print. So I can say print x 01, print from 0 to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to print hello for me. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I added 1, 5. So it's going to print that. So another data type we have is set. Sets in a Python and their data type that contains related item. They are mutable, they do not allow duplicates, and they are not ordered. They do not follow a particular index. They are mutable, they can be changed, and they do not allow for duplicates. So example of set, so to call a set, you just have to use the set brackets, just like the normal set we use in mathematics. So this is just to call your set, then you have your range of item inside. So that is set. So there are a number of set operators. There are a number of sets operators, some of which we have. We have union, we have intersection, we have difference, symmetric difference, we have these supersets, we have these subsets, we have disjoints. We have so many of them. So we are just going to mention some, just talk about a few of them. So just to know the type, just like we've done it, I just write type C. So it's going to print set. That's data type because of just curly brackets. Then we have D is equals to this. So if we have C union D, it's going to give us the union of the values of C and the values of D. Then if we have C dot intersection, it's going to give us the intersection of C and D. What are the values that are common between the two of them? That's intersection. Then another data type we have is dictionary. Dictionary in Python has two parts. We have the keys and we have the values. Dictionary, just like set, is denoted by curly brackets, and they are ordered, they are mutable, and do not allow duplicates as well. Just like sets, they do not allow duplicates, they are ordered, they follow a particular sequence, they are mutable, that is, they can be changed. So for example, so how do I create a dictionary? Let's say A is equals to, so to create a dictionary, I have to use my set brackets. Sorry, my set brackets. So I said they have two parts, the name and the value. So the first the first key I'm going to give is the name. I want my key name to be a name. So under name, I want to have names like then after the name, I have my colon. Then what are the names I want to assign this? What are the elements I want to assign to this variable name named name? So I will have, let's say, for example, I have a day, comma, what other this thing? I have um, dialogue. I have Dara. So that's for my key. That's for my key. Then I want to create for what is it called? Okay. Okay, this should be in a list because these are list of items. They are list of items, so they should be in a list. Then I have comma. So another key I want to have is say age. I want to have age. Say age. Then I have my colon. So what will be their ages? Let's say I have 12, 45, 61, 2, 3. I have 3, right? Yeah, I have 3. So this is what I have. So if I should print my A, it's going to print this. So if I want to know the data type of this, all I have to do is type of A, and it's going to print dict, which is a dictionary. So they say other what is it called? Dictionaries, they are changeable, that means they are mutable, they do not allow for duplicates, and they do not allow for duplicates, and they are ordered. So this is another example here. So this is just like what I just create up here. So this is basically how to create a dictionary. You have your set brackets, you have your key. This is your key brand. Here is your key. You have your values. You have your key here. Here you have your values. Then how do you know the length of a particular dictionary? Let's say, for example, I have car. I have okay. Let's bring this out. Let's bring this out. So I have this. So if I should print this, it's going to run. So if I have this is a dictionary. So if I have my, just like I did earlier, type of car. So this is a dictionary. Okay. So what else do I want to do? Okay. Okay, dictionary constructor, how to create a dictionary. That's what I just finished explaining. You use your set brackets, you have your key, you define your key, you give it values, then you have your, what is it again? Yeah, so you have your variable name, you have your key. These are the values assigned to this key. Then I have my name, age as another key, and I have these values attached to it. So another way to call a dictionary is using the function dict. Using the function dict. Where is it again? Okay, let's say for example, I have data, or yeah, data. Data is equals to, instead of using my set brackets and having a list just like I did earlier, so I can just have dict. I use my dict. Then I want to have name. Name will be a key. The value is going to be Shola. Then I want another key name, age. Then the value is going to be age 15. Then I want another key, status, and the value is going to be my, okay, 15 cannot be married, it's not possible. Then I have single. Then I have data. Okay, because I already have one before, I already have data here. Because, our time is fast spent. This is it is what it is. So date data, then we have date. The name is our key. Adeya is our value. We have age. 42 year is the value for this key. Nigeria year. So the summary is just we have different data types. We have list, a collection which is ordered, mutable, it allows duplicates. We have tuple, which is ordered and mutable. We have sets, unordered, mutable, and on index does not allow duplicates. Then dictionary, ordered, mutable, and does not allow duplicates. So last but not the least, we are going to brush through some Python operators. Operators we have in Python. We have so many of them. We have the arithmetic operators, the assignment operators, comparison operators, logical operators, identity, membership, and bitwise operators. Arithmetic operators basically they are used with numeric values to perform common mathematical operations. For example, we have addition, subtraction, multiplication, can have x is equals to 5 and have y is equals to 2. So if we have x plus y, it's going to give you 7. So just mathematical operation. You can have minus 2. You see, x minus y, we have 3. You can have multiplication, you can have division. Where's my multiplication? Okay, multiplication, then you can have division, 2.5. You can have modulus. What do we mean by modulus? This is my modulus. Modulus is when you divide this x divided by y, what's going to be the remainder? Ordinarily, when you divide 5 by 2, it is 2 remainder 1. So that remainder that is remaining 1 is what is going to print out. That's modulus in Python. So, but for floor division, if you have floor division, it's going to print out the actual value, which is 2. 5 divided by 2 is 2. Remainder 1. That remainder 1 is what is going to print out for modulus. And for exponential, we have that's x raised to power y. That's 5 raised to power of 2, which is 25. So that's basically arithmetic operators. Then for assignment operators, they are used to assign values to variables. So you can have x is equals to 5. X is equals to, so if you print x is going to return 5. So if you have x plus or is equals to 5, so it's going to be plus, okay, it's going to be 5 plus 2. So if I should print that, that's going to give me 7. If I have minus is equals to 3, 5 plus or minus 2, I have, okay, let's say 5x is already 7, minus is equals to 2. That's 7 minus 2. That's going to give me, let's print it out, x. It's going to give me 5. Then I can have divided by, and go on and on. So if I have divided by 3, so if I have divided is equals to 2. That will be 5 divided by 2. So what is going to be the answer for that? That's 2.5. That so it's basically doing some kind of assignment operation here. So 5 is equals to 5. X plus is equals to 2. That's the value for x, say 5 plus 2. Then give me the answer for that's 5 plus 2. Then here we already know that 5 plus 2 here is 7. So it's assuming that x here is 7. 7 minus 2. That's 5. So 5 is the answer here. 5 divided by 2, we have 2. It's 5. Then for Python comparison operators, so we can actually compare two values in Python using the comparison operators. So we can have x is equals to x is equals to 5. x is equals to y is equals to 5. So automatically x is 5 and y is 5. Then we can have x is equals to 5. We can have y is equals to 2. Hello, please, can we still hear me?
Yes.
All right. All right, thank you. So x is not equals to y. So that's true because 5 definitely is not the same thing as 2. Then we can have is x greater than y. That's x5 is greater than 2. Of course, it is true. Then is it less than? True. False because 5 is greater than 2. So Python logical operators, for the logical operators, we have the and, we have the or, we have the not. So for the and, if you have arguments and the it's going to return true if both statements are true. So let's say, for example, I have x. Okay, what example can I use? Okay, I have x is equals to, okay, let's use the example, x greater than 5 and x is x less than 5 and x is less than 10. Okay, so yeah, x is less than 5. What's the value of x? X is 5. Y is equals to 2. So x is 5, y is 2. So is x less than 5? X is 5. Is it less than 2? X is less than 10. So let's see what that's going to give us. That's false because one of these arguments is wrong. 5 is less than, x is 5, which is saying is less than 5, which obviously is 5. And x is less than 10. Okay, let me use y here instead of x. So x is less than 5 and y is greater, well, y is less than 10. Is y less than 10? Yes. Is x less than 5? Let me use 5. Is x less than 6? Yes. Is y less than 10? 2 is less than 10 and x is 5 is less than 6. So both of them they are right, so that's why it returns true. But if I have if one of them does not agree, it's going to say false. It's going to return false if just one of them is not agree. But you know that y is less than 10. This is true. This is false. But if I have or, yeah, it's going to return this as true because one of them is actually correct. Then if you have the not equals to, so it's going to give me the okay, where is this? Okay, I went to use the not equals to this thing. So not this is false. So give me the opposite of this. Then we have the identity operators, the is and the is not. Then we have the membership operator is Is a particular this, is it true or is it not true? X is equals to 5. Then we have y is equals to 5. Then I have x is y. Of course it is. But if I say x is not y, it's going to return false because obviously they are. But if I say 2, their x is not y, they are not the same thing, so it is true. Do you understand? Then if we say Python, we have Python membership operators as well. Here we have the in and the not in. The in returns true if a sequence with the specified value is present with the object, and it returns true if a sequence with the specified value is not present in the object. Say for example, I have text is equals to I am free now. So if I should print text, it's going to give me that value in my string. But I want to know if there is what we call free in text. Is there free? There's my string. Is there free in the variable text? Yes, there is free here. But if I should say, is there what's not here? Age in text, obviously there is not there is no age here. We only have free in this particular string. So same is applicable to age is not in text. Yes, age is not there. But free is in text. So we have free is not in text when obviously we have free inside our text. So in summary, we've been able to talk about how to download and install Python, our Jupyter, Anaconda, how to write basic codes. We've brushed we've explained extensively the Python basic, the variables, what variables is, the different data types that we have, the integers, the floats, how integers are numbers without decimals, how floats are numbers with decimals, how we use quotes to all our strings, tuples, lists, sets, and dictionaries. We've been able to see the different list methods that we have. We've explained how to work with each and every one of these. And also we talked about the different Python operators that we have, the arithmetic operators, the assignment operators, the comparison operators, logical operators, identity operators, and membership operators. So that will be all for today's session. So I don't know if we have question from me. So hello, can we all hear me?
All right. Thank you for the wonderful session. We really enjoyed it, and sincerely, it has really been a long drive. Thank you very much. And the today's class is quite early, and it's because most of us here are yet to install our environment. We are yet to install Jupyter on our PCs. So we are giving room for every one of us to kindly use tonight to make sure you install them, get them installed. If you are facing any problem or if you are facing any difficulty installing it, please you can always use the support forum. You can always send your any problem you encounter, you can always send them there and we are going to respond appropriately. And for those of us who are yet to fill our attendance form, please kindly make sure you fill in the form. Attendance is 5% for the class, which means if you are unable to fill the form today, you are already 5% behind. So please kindly make sure you fill in the attendance form. Your mail is the mail you used to register with us, and your ID has been sent to you via mail. Please kindly make sure you check it well. And after submitting the form, please ensure that you check your mail to confirm that the form has been successfully submitted. If you should submit the wrong details, you are going to receive a mail that you submitted the wrong detail. And if your details are also correct, you are going to receive email as well. So tomorrow we're having our next class tomorrow, same time, same link. Please ensure you come early. Don't come. Kindly let us be punctual to class so we can grab the concepts. This is data science, and I can tell you, sometimes when you are not present in class, you find it difficult to catch up with some things, and you find it difficult to be able to get the concept very well, especially when you join in between. Please let's ensure to be punctual. So tomorrow we are going to continue from where we stop, and I'm using this medium once again to thank our facilitator for today for a job well done. Thank you very much. So before we, please, do you have any, someone is raising up your point, Shola, please kindly unmute yourself and ask your question.
Okay, good evening. Good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Yeah, I want to thank the facilitator for today's class. She has really done very well, impacted the Python programming language. She has really done so much, and I want to give salute to the company IAT for that opportunity. But I'm a person that's always testing for knowledge, especially this data analysis, data science training. But I know we'll be having class tomorrow. What I don't know, is it possible for us to always have something okay ahead about what we're going to learn tomorrow? Maybe we could just chip it in for us before tomorrow so that if we have an idea to just brush through what we learned today and then prepare for that tomorrow. That's my question.
Okay, all right. Thank you for the compliments. We really appreciate that. And regarding the question that you asked, yes, you can always request for what will be taught in the next class. Now, tomorrow we are going to be covering a more broader concept. And in tomorrow's class, we'll be talking about data structures and control flow, where we'll be discussing on how to define functions in Python. We'll be talking about the lambda functions. We'll be talking about how to make use of conditional statements, the if else, the nested if statements
Yes, sir.
tomorrow. Can you hear me? So all these are the things that,
Yes.
yes, so these all these are the things that you can prepare for against tomorrow's class. And after tomorrow's class as well, your assessment for this week will be sent, and immediately it's being sent, a deadline will be attached to it. So you'll be given a format on how to submit the assessment. Please ensure that you do the assessment and you turn it in. So, and it should be graded as well. The report will also be sent to you. So any other question? I think someone is raising up his hand again. William Soluwafemi.
Yeah, good evening. Thank you for the wonderful class. I'm just asking, can we get the recorded? Okay, I think it has been answered. Okay, it's not answered.
Yes,
Can we
yes,
get the recorded class video?
yes, the class is recorded and the recordings will be sent to us.
Okay,
At the
thank you.
part, they have been raising up your hand since. Do you have anything to tell us? All right. In absence of that, thank you all for attending today's class. We really appreciate, and ensure that you go through all what has been done today. If the video is available today, it will be sent to us so we can prepare for tomorrow. It will be sent as soon as the video is available. Please let us watch again. Make sure you install your Python, your Jupyter Notebook, and make sure you practice well. So thank you. Mustafa, we are raising up your hand. Do you have anything to say?
Please, the attendance list, I couldn't access it because it's giving me something else.
What's it giving you, please?
I'm trying to open it, but it's not open. I don't know, maybe
It's
it's
not
my device or something else.
Yeah, I think that should be your network. Are you sure it's not opening at all?
Yes,
Please
it's, it's
kindly
giving me a
do it again.
direct link,
It's giving you what?
a redirect link. Someone like
Yes,
another link
yes,
before,
yes.
or I should go just
You
link.
are, you are on Google Meet, so it will definitely give you that you are getting out of Google Meet. So you should just click on it and follow the redirect link. It will take you to a Google form. So just fill it and submit.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So I think that's all for today.
Thank you very much.
All right. Yeah, thank you all for attending and see you tomorrow. Goodbye.